So this problem says if the square root of x plus the square root of y is equal to 8 and y of 16 is equal to 16, find y prime of 16 by implicit differentiation. So implicit differentiation means that we're treating x as our variable and y is a function of x. So every time we take a derivative of y, we need to use the idea of the chain rule and multiply it by dy dx, or by y prime. So starting out by rewriting our square roots as powers, so we can use our power rule, we have x to the power of 1/2 plus y to the power of 1/2 is equal to 8. So that's just rewriting. We haven't taken a derivative yet. In this next step, let's take our derivative using our power rule. We'll bring down the 1/2. 1/2 x to the power of 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. Plus, same thing with the y. Bring down the 1/2 times y to the negative 1/2. But remember that using the chain rule, we need to multiply by y prime. Oops, that's supposed to be a y. Y prime. We could also write that as dy dx. It just depends on what notation we want to use. And is equal to, this whole term is just a constant. So when you take the derivative of a constant, it turns to 0. Next, we need to solve for our y prime in order to find y prime of 16. So let's start by moving our negative exponents to the denominator to simplify a bit, to make this 1 over 2 x to the power of 1/2, because when you move something to the denominator, the sign of the exponent changes. We'll do the same thing with the y. 1 over 2y to the positive 1/2 times y prime is equal to 0. Next, let's move our term without y prime to the other side. So we'll subtract this term on both sides to make 1 over 2y to the 1/2 times y prime is equal to negative 1 over 2x to the 1/2, because we're subtracting it on both sides. And next, give myself a little bit more room, we can multiply both sides by the 2y to the power of 1/2, because that will cancel out here and leave us with just the y prime on the left-hand side. The 2 on top and the 2 on bottom will cancel and will leave us with negative y to the power of 1/2 over x to the power of 1/2, which can also be written as square roots. So let's do that. Give myself a bit more room. Y prime is equal to negative root y over root x. Okay, so again, keep in mind that we're looking for y prime of 16. And we know that y of 16 is equal to 16. That was the information that they gave us up here. So now that we've solved for y prime, we need to plug in 16 for x to find y prime of 16. So y prime of 16, we will bring down the negative, the square root, and remember also that y of 16 is equal to 16. So we're going to take, if we're plugging in 16 for x, that's also going to give us 16 for y. So we can substitute that in for 16, and the x we're subbing directly in for 16. So, and that has a square root on it. So simplifying, anything on top that's also on bottom can cancel out. So this would simplify to negative 1. And that's it. So I hope this video step-by-step solution was helpful for you. If it was, please like and share with anyone who you think might find this information useful. And thanks for watching.